When you first start figure skating, there's a lot of things that people don't tell you before it's too late. If you don't do anything about these mistakes, it can cause injuries and it can cause your skates to break down before time. Hello, I'm Sophia, and in this video I'll take you through the do's and don'ts of figure skates. We're gonna talk about which skates to get and how to take care of them. Let's start with the don'ts. Don't number 1, getting cheap skates. These were the skates I used for a lot of years. I bought them from a classmate's sister when I was in like 5th grade or so. That's why her name is on these. You can see here. It's very floppy. They have no support in the ankle. They weren't the right size. And the tongue is also sloppy. Whereas here I have my first pair of skates. I bought these when I started taking lessons. These are the Jackson Artiste. These can support your weight. You can also see it's padded in here. I think there's one that is a bit lighter than this that is recommended for kids. But as an adult beginner or maybe even teenage beginner, these are to be recommended. Also, when you buy skates, make sure to try them in person before you buy them, because your skate size isn't necessarily also your sneaker size. Make sure they are very snug the whole way around. You should not have room to move in your skates, but they should also not be too tight. It really depends on the brand you're buying. So I have Jackson and they are known for being quite wide. If you have a very narrow foot, then maybe Idea is better for you. Just see which skates would be good for you, and I would suggest asking your trainer before getting skates, because you can also get skates that have way too much support around the ankle, and then you can't really learn the proper techniques when doing figure skating. So it's really important that you get the right skates from the beginning. Don't number 2, tying your laces too tight. I can't really show it with these ones because I didn't know how to tie them when I had these. They weren't good enough to even show if I tied them incorrectly. They weren't good enough.
Biggest Bully Award goes to Sophia Bow.
They have this crease because I tied them too tight for a long time. You can also see it creased here. The way you have to tie your skates is to have them kind of loose down here, and then very tight at the ankle, and then also kind of loose up here. Don't number 3 is not taking care of your blades. And I can show you which impact it has. Most beginner figure skaters, they don't know what to do with them. And the problem I had, they are rusty. I had some like these and they were on my skates every time I didn't use my skates. The purpose of these are to wear them on your blades when you are walking with your skates to make sure you don't ruin the blade. You can get these in different kinds, so these are the pair I got first, but now I have the Idea E-Guards. When you start figure skating, get a pair of those, but don't leave them on your skates, because otherwise this happens to them.
Ugh. Brother,
But this also happens for another reason, and that reason is that you forget to wipe your blades. When you figure skate, there will of course be a lot of water on your blades. You have to dry that off every time you have finished figure skating. Yeah, we don't want rusty skates. These are my new skates and they are very shiny. I've only used them a couple of times, and I really want to take care of these, which I will do by lacing them correctly, wearing hard guards when I'm walking with the skates, but also wiping my skates down when I finish skating. And the last thing here, don't forget your soft guards. These are to be put on the skates for taking the excess water off the skates. So you wipe down your skates and then you put these on, and then you can have it in your bag. Don't walk with these on. And so now we know the importance of letting your skates blades dry, but you also have to let the inside of your skates dry. In my skates I have these bags. I can't remember what they're called, but it's kind of like an odor collector. I have the Idea Lollipop ones, one in each skate, and I put it in there after every time I've skated. These will collect the water inside your boots, but you can also make sure that your boots won't smell by just letting them get some air when you come home from figure skating. Open up your skating bag or take them out of it. Of course, the more you open the tongue, the more it can dry, but just make sure you won't bend the tongue, because then they will be broken quicker. And this was of course also from tying them too hard. By showing you these 3 pairs of skates, I can now tell you exactly how you can take care of yours. Get real skates, wipe off your blade, make sure you don't walk on it, make sure you use both hard guards and soft guards, also called soakers, and air out your skates. If your skates do start to smell, there's sprays you can get. So this one I bought at the hockey store, and they're meant for hockey skates, but of course it works the same. Just make sure that they are meant to be used for shoes or something. Make sure you lace your skates correct. Notice if they are beginning to crease. This would cause injuries. And the same with the rust I had on my other skates. They can ruin your blades, and that can make it very difficult to skate. The last tip I have here is that you should not keep your boots in a car or something like that, because if it's either too hot or too cold, it can break down the materials in the boot, but it could also make your blades rust. So make sure to keep them inside in a dry place, but also keep them upright to make sure that they can dry completely. And there you go. These were my tips to keep your figure skates healthy, but also to know what to look for when you're buying skates, and how to make sure they don't break down before it's time, and that you don't break down. Get the right skates, folks. If you found this helpful, then make sure to be part of the journey by subscribing. Write in the comments if you have any skate related questions, or just some questions in general. Yeah, I love hearing from you guys. And with that, I just want to say have a good day.